Yeah, I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all. They're here in my house right now.
Okay, hold on, you got me from
No, hold on, wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, okay?
Hold on, you never did me, correct?
No, hold on, okay?
Hold on for what?
Just 1 second, okay? Grab that Bible, please.
Yeah, okay, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah.
What was the damage?
Dent, I believe.
What about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name? You don't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble, I just need to...
A black woman named Sonya Massey was unalived by a deputy policeman. Turn heads, break necks with ads that slay. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I am the media playboy, girl with the media vibes, and today guys, I'm not excited. Normally I would always say I'm excited about something on my topic, but something really sad happened recently, and because of YouTube T's and C's and to avoid any issues, I'm going to be using certain acronyms or short forms to describe certain things so that they don't feel I'm talking about, you know, gender or race or anything like that. So basically, a black woman named Sonya Massey was unalived by a deputy policeman a few days ago, this July 2024. And the saddest part about it is that if not for the body cam footage, people would have thought maybe she was just unalived by the intruder. Okay, so this is how the story actually starts, right? She was in her apartment and then she calls 911 to tell them that she feels like there's somebody or there's an intruder around her house and she's scared and all. Then the police now comes, right? And the person that comes is Sean Grayson and his partner. So when they get there, you know, she's like, oh, thank God and all that, and God bless you and all that. And normally, if you actually wanted to ask for her ID or certain details, that would have been the first thing that you ask her when you were in front of her house. So why did they go into their house? Now, that's the first thing. Secondly, 911 calls back Sonya to ask, hey, okay, are they there now? Are you safe? Are you fine? And all that. And then she's trying to reply, but Sean Grayson is distracting her. Then the next thing she notices is that he turns off his body cam, which is just to press and hold it. So I was watching a lot of research and actual videos from various people on TikTok, and I'm going to, you know, probably show some of them here so you can also watch and understand part of the things that I'm saying.
CBS News has uncovered notes from one of Grayson's former police chiefs during a reference check for his next police job. It was a warning of the trouble Grayson had already caused, and it doesn't stop there. Another supervisor said he failed to obey orders, especially during the high-speed chase you're about to see.
The red flags and warning signs were there prior to Deputy Grayson firing those fatal shots into Sonya Massey. A career that began with a stint in the Army, a discharge for misconduct, then followed by more accusations of misconduct.
Check your front yard.
During his time in law enforcement, described as having trouble obeying orders.
Do you agree, before we conclude this, that there is a mountain of policy violations that you committed? 7 months on, how are you still employed by us?
Yet he continued to get a pass over and over again. Even during the Logan County hiring process of Grayson, there were warning signs from another past employer, the Auburn, Illinois Police Department, where he worked in 2022. CBS News obtained these notes from a discussion between the Auburn chief and a representative from Logan County, where Grayson had applied for a new job. It states the Auburn chief said Grayson struggles with report writing, that he was very aggressive with getting drugs. The chief expressed concern that Grayson was too aggressive and that Grayson posted his drug arrests on Facebook, and the chief called him a bragger and was not great with evidence, left items laying around office.
So the funniest thing is this now, when she noticed that move, she was trying to respond to the 911 caller on the other end of the call. And then Sean kept on telling her, end the call, you can hang up. And she's telling the person on the call, hold on. Next thing she hangs up, right? So it's like, what's going on? Because she felt she was safe. But for a police officer to turn off his body cam, then that's already scary. So the next thing is, they then noticed that she has boiling water in her kitchen. Initially, they asked her to show them her ID, and then she's looking for her ID and other papers, and they were like, she should search for it properly. She's going to see it. So she's searching for her ID, her papers and all to show them. The next thing, they notice the boiling water in the kitchen. So they now tell her to go and turn it off. So she gets up, like, this is you that gave her the instruction. She gets up, goes to the boiling water, and then turns it off, goes to the sink, trying to pour it away or something like that. And then next thing, they're moving back. So she's like, where are you going? And then they said, it's somebody with boiling water. It's definitely like, they're scared, you understand? So for me, when she said her next line, which is, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, for me, I felt it was her, not per se, like a lot of people are saying that maybe she said something bad about him or evil about him. But for me, what I understood from that statement was that, how can you think something negative, like him making the statement of a woman with boiling water in her arm, like, is a dangerous thing, like she could literally pour it on him. So it's like, I rebuke that your mindset, that you're thinking of, even thinking I would do something like that. And then the next thing, Sean is like, that's police officer, is like, I'm going to effing blow your head off. And she drops the pot and she's like, I'm sorry. And she dodges under the counter, and before you can count 1, 2, 3, the police officer shoots her 3 times on the head. Now, this is very sad. And his partner, he did not know that his partner's body cam was on. So in the process, another thing is that the partner also drew his gun when Sean drew his gun. So this woman was harmless. Then the next thing is, you now turn the story around. She was trying to pour boiling water on you. Like, why even the easiness to lie and create such a lie is something that I find very, very silly coming from him. So next thing, he does not even call his backup. I think it's the neighbors that called, police to tell them about the gunshots or something, and the police arrives. He never actually made attempts to help her use the medical kit or something, and his partner was inside with the medical kit trying to help her, because I think they said she was still alive, but needed, serious help and care and all that. So that's when Sean, seeing that his partners are coming, now goes to his car, gets the supplies and enters into his room. By then, everybody comes in, asks what happened, and he says, this woman is crazy. She has a 1096, I think that's what it's called, which is kind of a mental condition. He tells them, she was coming at him with boiling water. She's a crazy bee, right? Then they go in, they see her, and then they were like, you shot her? He said, yeah, I shot her. Somebody's saying that kind of thing with so much pride, like, do you expect everybody to clap for you and say you did a good job? Like, what did she do to you? So he still tells everybody the same story, then drops his medical supplies and says he's not even going to waste his supplies on her. Like, why? I'm just trying to understand, what did the woman do that was so bad? Now, the father is told that, she was shot by the intruder and that's what happened to her. But when the footage from his partner's body cam is played, they discover that this woman never came near you with any boiling water. So it was just your mindset that maybe you're trying to provoke her, or you're trying to give her the idea of doing such a thing, which she now rebuked you from thinking of that kind of thing. And next thing, you shot her dead. That was very unfair. Of course, he was stripped off and sacked from the department. Now, the funny thing is, this particular police officer, Sean, whatever his name is, has been in 6 different police departments with 2 DVIs in 4 years. Now, another interesting fact, which I also discovered, when he first came to her house, in front of the house, he asked her, are you fine? She said, yeah. He said, are you mentally okay? I'm going to play the video. So watch.
Check the whole area. What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes there. I'm sorry. I
gotcha. All right. Is there anything else I can do for you? Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure?
My medicine is
Alright.
So yeah, you know, why
That's
would you
right.
ask about her mental condition except you had prior information about her before you got there? So another new development right now is that Sean's fiance works as a nurse at one of the hospitals, and that was a hospital where Sonya was in. I think she had a slight mental condition, which is not a serious one because a lot of people have it and they still live their normal lives, right? The fiance was her nurse or knew her or something, and maybe they probably had an issue together, or maybe she did not just like Sonya, you know, for being the way she is, the color. So next thing, she might have told Sean about her, and then Sean now finds a way to go to her house, because the way they answered, like the way they immediately came to her house that night, there's even a likelihood that they could have been the initial intruders or disturbing that she was hearing around her house, I'm suspecting. And people are also saying that the partner should be arrested. I also say this too because when Sean drew the gun, you also drew the gun. You watch what was happening. You never at any point told him to not shoot. Secondly, when he turned off his body cam, you could have done something, you know. So I feel like both of them probably know what they did and all, but Sean should definitely get the full punishment that he deserves. Now, a lot of people are also saying that this might be more spiritual than physical, and from the research videos that I did, I also learned about this church named the Mormon church. So it's a church that believes that, you know, in the Bible, Cain and Abel, two brothers, right? When Cain did what he did and he got the punishment and the curse and everything, Cain was black. So they believe that anybody black had a connection with the devil, or the person is evil, right? And then when God banished the devil from heaven, and other angels, they believe that the devil and the demons were also BL. So anybody that is of that BL color definitely is evil. That is their belief. There are people that are ex-Mormon members, the people that no longer believe in that and they've shifted, while there are some people that are strictly still in the church that have that belief. So according to the research as well, it also mentioned that now a lot of these people that join these state security, CIAs, police departments and everything like that, some of them that are whitey are actually members of this church that have that belief. So whenever they see someone who is BL, they already feel like that person is about to do something bad. If you go through the list of BL people that have been shot or unalived by an agency person or a deputy person, you would see their last statement, you would see the kind of things that they're always begging. You know, once you just pick up a pen from your car, they assume you're holding a weapon. And it's so sad, but I just believe that everybody is born differently, born in a unique, special way, and there shouldn't be this segregation or for whatever reason. So this is sad coming for a young woman like this to just face this kind of ending. Her family, they're upset, they're angry. Why? And then lie to them initially until the real truth now comes out. But generally, the whole thing is sad. The whole thing is a combination of beliefs and philosophies, and at the same time, people need to understand that you don't just pull up your gun and pull the trigger at someone because you're not comfortable with that person's looks. It's very unfair, and this is just so sad. I hope that apart from this one and the George Lloyd case, I just believe that this is going to be the last one, or I hope that this should be the last one in this scenario. Let this whole thing all end. Thank you everyone for watching. Like I said, it's a sad story and there's still more yet to be uncovered, which I might share with you guys. So thank you all for watching. See you next time. Until then, go find your asa. Take it from the Media Playboy.